Hello and welcome back to Cracking the Cryptic. Now, James Kopp has often sent us puzzles themed on particular occasions before and is a bit of a master of them. Often thermos, not always just those and not always only those, but those two phrases probably mean the same. But he's certainly created some excellent puzzles. Now, he did send this one to us, but only I think 3 days before New Year's Eve, and we had other puzzles already scheduled for the festive period, I think. So you might think that NYE 23's time has come and gone, but no, I'm going to resurrect this puzzle today and have a go at it because I do like James's puzzles. They're always very entertaining. And we'll have a look at that in a minute. But don't forget, we are nearly done on time up for the Fistamafel Sudoku hunt. The hybrid Sudoku hunt ends tomorrow, 4 p.m. our time. If you're still working on that ancient wall or one of the other puzzles, see if you can get it done because it will feel so good. And yeah, the 10th is the deadline for that. The 20th for the J. Dyer numeric alchemy hunt, which is absolutely fantastic as well. So pleased with those. We've got something else lined up for February. The Patreon is well worth joining, if only because of those things, but I mean there are plenty of other things on it. What else have we got going on? We've got all the apps and the merch. Have a look on the links under the video. Please support the channel if you can. We are very grateful for anybody who does in any way, even if you're just leaving comments. We like it. So let's have a look at this then. New Year's Eve 23, composed, I believe, a couple of weeks ago, but we are looking at, obviously we've got big NYE written in the grid and 23s outside it, which is lovely. James is always a master of using the dates and the special occasions. So normal Sudoku rules apply. That's 1 to 9 in every row, every column, and every 3x3 box. A clue outside the grid indicates the sum of the digits along that diagonal path, which can include repeat digits. So those 4 digits could add up to 20, well, they do add up to 23. They can include repeats. Along a thermometer, digits increase from the bulb to one of the ends. So you could have, they don't have to be consecutive. You could have 1, 3, 5, 6, 9 along that one. And that bulb would again be a 1 for this thermometer going up to, say, 2, 4, 7 up that one. Cells separated by a white dot are consecutive. We've just got 4 white dots in the puzzle as far as I can see, and not all possible white dots are shown. So that's it. It's a fairly simple rule set today, which is always good. Do give it a try on the link under the video. I am going to reset my clock and start now. Let's get cracking. And you might expect me to Goodliffe these thermos, but that means sort of write all the candidate numbers on them, but none of them are very long. I don't think we've got a thermo longer than 5 cells, which is a bit too short. These 23s aren't a lot of use. The white dots aren't doing anything yet. This 23. Oh, okay. Now, the absolute minimum for a 9-cell diagonal in normal circumstances is 18. And 23 is only 5 digits off that. But there are reasons down this why the minimum won't work. The minimum is acquired by getting 1, 2, 3 in each of these groups, which is theoretically possible from the offset and from the outset. These two can't be 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's put in the minimum digits in each box and see what we come to. So you could have 1 on the thermo here, 2, 3, 4, but then that would put a 5 here and that would make these add up to 10. Okay, you don't have to have all of those digits on the thermo. You could have 1, I reckon you could have 1, 5, 2 there as the minimum. So I've taken 2 off the thermo, put it in there, then the thermo needs a 3 and a 4. And we're already up to 8. We've sort of gone 2 over the minimum in our minimum for this puzzle. Here as well, I suppose the minimum is very possible here. Let's make this a 3, this a 2, and this a 1. And I think that gives us the 1, 2, 3. The reason I've made this one a 2 is because it's going to have numbers on the thermo that we need to keep low as well, further on this diagonal. This one not so much. But that obviously, neither of those can be 1 because they have lower numbers on the thermo. Now, after the 2, we're going to have 3, 4 at a minimum, and maybe a 1 in the corner. Now, what are we up to now? 8, 14, 22. We're 1 off the 23. But I think I'm going to have to be very careful in adapting that 1 degree of freedom into these cells, because they could be other ways round. Okay, let's start here. I don't think this 3 can be any higher at all, because if that 3 was higher, it would be a 4, and that would push that up, and now that would take away 2 degrees of freedom, and we've only got 1 to play with. So that 3 is definite. This 4, however, could be a 5. That 1 could be a 2. Let's say that. This 2, I mean, once that 3 is definite, we can trace back to the beginning of the thermo. Now, this 3, let's... I've got to have a 1 here. These can't add up to more than 5. So that 1 is fixed, and this is a 3 or a 4. No, it's not a 3, is it? Because what's going on the bulb? This is going to take that last degree of freedom. That is a 4. And this is a 3 on the bulb. I think this has to be right. That's the only way to keep those down to 7. Yes. Okay, I hadn't noticed that both of those were looking at that. Now, up here, that does give me a thought about these. I could swap the 1 and 2, couldn't I? I could, definitely. So I've got to be a bit careful there. If you start this thermo on the bulb with a 2, you could have 3 and 4 here. And that's 5, and that must be... Now, these must add up to the right number. 8 plus 7 is 15. Oh, these can be absolute minima. 23. Yes, we've done it. That's how to do it. That gives me 3 and 4 on that thermo. That's a real start. That's a very clever bit of work from James. Let's see what else we can mark. Okay, I'm much happier marking the thermos now, because 3 and 4 are looking at that cell. So the lowest it can be is 5. We have to climb towards the bulb there. This one's not so good, but it can't be 2 or 4. And this can't be 3 or 4. This one, normally when you get this look, this one can't be as high as 7, but actually it can this time, because these branches are climb completely independently of each other. Now here, I don't know, this one's not so helpful. This could be anything from 2, 5, 6, 7. I suppose this can't be a 3, so we're up to 4 to 8. And then 5, no, not 5 itself, 6 to 9. Okay, so we've Goodliffe or pencil marked the thermos. All of these cells in box 1 that we haven't marked are 6, 7, 8, or 9. No, bother. I thought I was going to be able to make this high. But I think there is one way for it to be a 2-3 pair, which is a shame. Okay, what do I do next? James, what do I do? Oh, 1, 1. I've got a 1 up here. These other 3 cells add up to 22 on this 23 clue. Now, if they all had to be different, there'd only be 2 ways of doing it, but they don't. They don't even have to have a 9 on. They could be 8, 8, 6, I suppose. Interesting. Okay, I don't think I can do anything with that. Now, we've got that 1 here. 3 is in one of those 2 cells in box 2. Oh, that 1 has put 2 in the corner. Oh, this is good. This is good. This is good. So it was 1 on the bulb after all. I didn't have to do all that worrying about not having thought of the alternative, but I mean, it wouldn't have been logical. We can't put 1 on this white dot. So 1 in row 8 has to be in one of these two cells given these 1s. But we can't put it on the white dot because it would be with a 2 and that would clash. So it's not there, it's here. Then we've got 1 in one of those two cells. It'd be lovely to have to put it on the 23 diagonal just as we've put... Oh, hang on, we can't have a 1 on this 23 diagonal. Can we? Not another one, because those two would add up to 2. These two would have to add up to 21. And even though they could be the same, they can't get to 21. So that's not a 1. That is, and we've finished the 1s, I think. Yeah, they're all done. Now, it doesn't help fill the 23 diagonal, it just posts the 1s. And now there are no 1s on that 23, unfortunately, so it's not as helpful as it would have been otherwise. Now, this can't be a 3 anymore on the white dot because 2 and 4 are looking directly at that cell. That's nice. So this is where 3 goes. And one of those is a 3. One of these two is a 3. One of these 3. Now, can 3 be on the dot? Yes, it could be on either dot at the moment, I reckons. These can't use 1, 2, 3 or 4. Yes, bingo. So these are from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That does give us a beautiful quintuple in box 2 of 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That means these other two cells are 2 and 4, and we know which way they go. 4 on the thermo makes that one a 2 as well. So we're getting a lot of 2s. I don't think I can put 2 here because that can't be 3 or 1. Yes. White dots to the rescue again. We get a 2 in one of those two. We've got 2 in one of those. Well, 2 in one of those. In fact, yeah, this box is getting quite restricted. I'll have another look at that in a moment. I don't think the 2s were quite as helpful as I expected, but let's have a look at this. Yes, 4 is going to have to be in one of those cells. If these thermo cells can't be candidates to be 4, and they can't, 4's over there, then we get a 4 here. That's on the blinking 23 diagonal. Okay, 1 and 4 is 5. These two have to add up to 18. I think we know what they are. They're both 9s. That fixes where the 4 is that we were just looking at in box 6. Then there's going to be a 4 somewhere there in box 4. 4 is in one of those two cells in box 8. Okay. 9's in one of those two. I thought this was going to do more. That 9 is looking at those two cells. 5 in this box is on the dot. So it's on the dot with 6. So that's not a 6. Neither of those are a 6. If that's 7 or 8, that's not 7. So 9 is now in one of those two cells in box 2, and we can place it in box 1, I think. 9 there. So this is a 3, 8, 7 triple, where that can't be 3. That's a naked 6, and this is a 2, 5 pair. This is a very clever puzzle. I really like the way this works. That can't be 6 now. 7, 8, 9 triple and a 6, 7, 8 triple in that row. Okay. This 23's now got a 2 on it that I hadn't noticed. So the other 3, let's colour this. The other 3 purple cells are going to have to add up to 21. Actually, that's not very restricted. I mean, it looks like, in fact, all of them can't be 1, 2, 3 or 4. That one is seeing those cells in the row, and these two are seeing them in their columns. So they're from 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is all very well, but the average there is 7. And if they were all at the average number, and they all could be, they could all be the same, that would give us the 23 diagonal. So we can't really do one of those degrees of freedom calculations here, I don't think. Certainly not yet. What else is... I mean, things have been happening. So that's not a 9 anymore. That feeds along the thermo. Oh, that's not a 9 anymore, and that feeds along another thermo. Now we've got a 6-7 pair in this box. That's beautiful. 8 there, 5 here. This is a 2-3 pair now. So this is a 4-3 pair. That's 5, 6, or 7. Oh, it's such a clever puzzle. It really is. I love this. 5 is looking at that cell. Yeah, there's going to be lots of this just scanning that. I mean, we've exploded quite a lot of things. That can't be 5. So that's from 6, 7, 8, 9. 4, 1. That's 2, 7, or 8. 4, 1, 9, 8. I don't know. Okay, maybe the scanning is largely complete at this point. Now, I was wondering where 3 went in this box, and now I suddenly see that it can't be on this white dot. Now, although 3 could sit here, if that was a 4, it would explode this cell. That would have no way of being filled. So 3 is not on the white dot, and it's not there. So it's in the bottom row. It's in one of those 2 cells, and it's not here because that can't be 2 or 4. So 3 is in the corner, losing its religion, of course. That's great. Gets a song, although I'm not the man to sing it. 3 there. Might get another 3 in the corner up here, but I can't resolve that yet. Now, 3 in the corner. So what's on the white dots? Can we do anything with that? 4 could be there with a 5, and 4 could probably be there. Oh, 3 has, of course, looked up at the 4-3 pair. Now 4 is here by Sudoku in column 2. So it needs a 5 on the dot. Those can't be 5s. Now, they have to add up to at least 12. 6 and 6. 14. Oh, that makes the maximum here a 9. Which is not a helpful thing to spot. Oh, 5 and 5 though. Ah, we get a 5 here. That's where the 5 is in column 1. Right, those 2 add up to 7. These 2 add up to 16. Now they can't have a 6, but they could be double 8. So we've just got to be a bit careful. You often think 16 in 2 cells must be 7, 9. I'm doing a killer puzzle. But I'm not doing a killer puzzle. This is a little killer clue. They're different. Right, where does 9 go in column 1? That's lovely. It goes on the dot. So that's a 9, 8 dot. This is a 7. That's a 9. This is a 6. That little killer clue is done. So all the little killers are done. Lots of the thermos are done. We're basically working on Sudoku now. 8, 9 pair, looking up at that, makes it a 7. Box 1 is finished. 7 there. Oh, those thermo tips are 8 and 9 in an unknown order. Right, there's an 8, 9 pair here and a 6, 7 pair here. The 6, 7 pair forms a pair in the row. That gives us 8 or 9 here, which forms a pair in its column. 4. I can place 4 in box 8. In fact, that's the last 4 in the grid. 5 in box 9 has to be here now. Then one of these is a 5, and that's an X-wing. So this can't be a 5. 5 is now in one of these. Well, it's in that cell in box 5, which doesn't do anything for the thermo. I mean, it makes it work, but that's not quite what I was hoping for. Right, I'm sure this is just finishing off. This is 7 or 8 now, and it's on the white dot. This one can't be 7 or 9. So 7 or 8 won't allow 6. So it's 6 or 8. This is even now. If it can't be 7 or 9 and it touches 7 or 8. It can't be 5, yes, so that's odd, and is 7. That's strange. Okay, 8 there. That does 9 and 8. That sees this, it's a 6. We can place 5 and 2 and 8, and we've finished box 8. 6 and 7 left here, but that places 9 for us and 2 in this box. That sorts out 3-2. We look like we might be getting left with a few 6-7s. The 5 has sorted out the white dot at the top. This completes its column with an 8. That does all the 8-9s. We have got left with a bunch of 6-7s. Oh no, there's an 8-9 up here as well. That's done. And these 6-7s are looking up to their comrades in box 2 and getting fixed there. And that is a beautiful, beautiful puzzle. I mean, it's not too difficult. You just have to spot everything in exactly the right order and start with this crazy little killer on the long diagonal, which is really skillfully done. Oh, I like that. I mean, it has James's thumbprint all over it, frankly. It's a very clever puzzle. Good fun for today, and we'll see you again tomorrow with some more Sudoku. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.